Hey, what's up, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'm doing my review of the LG Tribute 5 on Boost Mobile. I've had this phone for quite some time. I've been meaning to do a review on it, and I just kind of forgot about it, so I'm doing it tonight. So I'm going to give you the specs of the phone, play some games, tell you a little bit about it, and give you just my overall thoughts on the phone in general. So let's go ahead and get in with this review. Now this phone does run Android 5.1.1 Lollipop. Unsure if it'll ever get 6.0. I guess time will tell. This phone has a 5-inch display at 480 by 854 resolution at 196 pixels per inch. It does have an IPS LCD display. This phone does have a 5 megapixel camera on the rear with an LED flash, records in 720p. Also has a 5 megapixel front facing camera, also records in 720p as well. And it has a number of features, along with the camera. This phone does run the 1.1 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 210 processor with 1 gigabyte of RAM, 8 gigs of built-in storage with around 4 gigabytes available to user, and you can expand your storage up to 32 gigabytes. It's got a 2125 milliamp hour battery. It is user replaceable with around 14 hours of talk time. This is 3G, 4G, LTE, enhanced LTE compatible, and does have Bluetooth 4.1. It does have also that really nice 2.5D ARC screen, which gives this phone a little something extra to make it look more premium than what it really is. So now that I have the specs out of the way, let's take a look around the phone. This phone is a really beautiful phone. I will say, for a budget low-end device, this phone has that flagship feel. It's all plastic, of course, but the way that the screen rounds off with the chrome trim around it, with the black in the front, black in the back like this, it just gives it a really nice flagship look, and it just feels really good. Up top here is your receiver speaker. You have your front-facing camera, of course, your 5-inch display, your on-screen keys, of course, back, home, and recents button. On the bottom is your micro USB charging port and standard headset jack with a microphone there. The sides are clean on this phone. On top, you just have a secondary microphone right there. On the back is your camera, flash, your power and volume rocker, LG branding, and of course your single rear speaker. We'll pull the back of it off here, right quick like. Sometimes there we go. And of course you got your 2125 milliamp hour battery, and you got your micro SD card slot and nano SIM card slot right underneath it. So yeah, this phone is really nice, and for a low-end budget phone, it does a good job. Of course, it's not perfect. It does have some flaws. It is a little slow at times. It does run, the 210 1.1 quad-core processor, so it's not going to be, a speed demon, nothing like that. It's gonna perform like a budget device. But for the price you pay for it, it's really nice. With the 5-inch display, 5 megapixel front and rear camera, the flash, records in 720, and the really nice 2.5D ARC screen that kind of rolls over to the side here that you can see. Just gives it a really nice touch. Let's go ahead here and turn the phone on. And of course the screen really does not look bad. Of course, when you look at a 720p or 1080p display, this screen is going to look bad to you. But honestly, I mean, for a budget device with a PPI as low as it is, the screen looks fairly decent. Now, I am not running the stock launcher on this phone. I'm running the Apex launcher. I just like it. It makes the phone run a bit smoother, in my opinion. So that's why it looks a little bit different than the stock launcher. But the phone does run very smooth. We'll go into the settings here, kind of show you a few things. You got your standard stuff here: roaming, tethering, for your Wi-Fi hotspot, Bluetooth tethering, mobile data, all that stuff. You got your sound display. You can change your font size, your font type, brightness, and home touch buttons, button combination. You can go in here and switch around and add things if you wish, which is pretty nice to see. Of course, your clock, motion sensors calibration, your home screen, so like I said, Apex launcher. So everything else here is kind of grayed out except for the wallpaper. Lock screen. You can set up different swipe effects if you want your pen pattern, all that stuff, shortcuts, and just basically everything you see in all these phones like this here. Now storage is 8 gigabytes. I have currently 121 gigabytes available, but you do have around 4 gigabytes available whenever you first get the phone and everything else. So yeah, it's 4 gigabytes for system data, and of course that's kind of crazy in a way that the Android system takes 4 gigabytes out of 8. So, but 4 ain't too bad, especially when you can move apps to the SD card. Got your battery and power saving mode here, your apps, your default messaging app, location, security, and just basically everything that you have on these lower end budget devices. We'll go in here and we'll verify that it is running Android 5.1, and it is, as you see there. So yeah, lollipop. Now going to the dialer here, and you'll see that the dialer is pretty big, and even with smaller hands, it's very easy to reach all the numbers. So that's really nice. That's really nice to see. We'll go into messaging here. And I have the Google keyboard installed. It does come pre-installed with the LG keyboard, but I do prefer the Google keyboard instead. And so it's really responsive, really nice. I have actually my background is the background of my text here, or my keyboard here, and I'm not really sure how I've done that, and I don't want to take the time to to do all of that, but it's pretty easy to do. Just go into settings and the messages, and it'll show you how to do it. And of course, it does have your emojis up top here. Also, this button here, if I can get it to hit the right button, all your emojis here for all my emoji fans who like to use these a whole lot. So it does have quite a few emojis, so I thought I would just show you that there. Now, right now, we're gonna go into the camera for a bit and kind of just show you how the camera looks. I'm going to find something here to put in the background of it to show you how it does look. So give me just 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go into the camera. And LG pretty much on all these phones here have the basic setup. You got your settings, your front and rear facing camera here. Which right now the flash is on, which it does not have a flash, but what the flash does is brighten up the screen to make it a little bit brighter in dark situations. We'll cut that off here. You'll see the front facing camera is not too awful bad. In lower light it is a little bit grainy, but what do you expect? So going to the settings here, you'll see you got your SD or your internal, your grid, your self timer. You're able to just speak languages. Like, let's see, cheese. Maybe it's turned off. I don't know. Got your 4.3. You can take pictures in 4.3, 16:9, and 1:1. Records in 720p HD. So right now, I got my blue eSig box here. And what we're going to do here is take a picture. Just kind of show you how the quality is. I'll take one with flash. So let's go in here and take a look at it, and we'll go to gallery for our default app. And as you see there, it does look pretty good. I am in a fairly lit room, and it does look pretty good. So right now we'll go back and we'll take a picture. I hit the wrong button. So now I have the flash, and we will sit there and we will auto focus in and take a look at it, and we're going to see a great big improvement over look at that. That's just pretty good for this low end budget device to be able to zoom in like that and be that clear. So pretty impressive camera. with flash, I mean, it's really not bad at all. Going down to the front camera here, if I can hit the right button, and we'll take just a quick picture and take a quick look at it here as well. And zooming in, you'll see there's my LGG stylo. And zooming in, it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, I mean, it don't look too awful bad. I have seen worse. So also with the front camera here, going to the settings, same settings, self timer, cheese. Yeah, see, cheese. Going back in here again, you can take pictures in 4:3, 16:9, and 1:1, and also record in HD 720. So that's the camera settings. Not a whole lot to it. Pretty simplistic and very easy to use. We'll look at the drop down here, and you will see got your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, airplane mode, flashlight, which is always really nice to see a flashlight pre-installed on these phones here. And you got your scroll here just to go in here and edit and just have your choice of what you want to see. So, like I say, all around good phone. And I'm going to take a couple of minutes here to play 2 games. And I cannot run a benchmark test, and I will show you what I mean by benchmark test. And it always works on other phones, but for some reason, I just can't get it to work. So pushing Geekbench, turn off network connection to run benchmark app. Well, I can turn it off and it'll run it, but at the end of it, it won't let me run it. It won't let me complete it. So I have done all I could do. So before anybody tries to say anything, or it is active. Even though it's on airplane mode, let's go and take it out of airplane mode here, and I will prove here that there is service. There is service on the phone. So we'll go back in here again and go back to Geekbench, and there's the same thing. So not sure what the problem is there, but really don't care. It's basically the same thing. So right now we're going to run Asphalt Nitro, and we'll get this here set up, and we'll be right back. So while it's loading up here, I'll give you a few things about the phone that I like before the race starts. Call quality is good, reception is good, viewing angles on this phone are pretty good as well. Watching YouTube videos is only 480. It's only in 480, so no 720 here for watching YouTube videos, nothing like that. But the phone is overall, I mean, it feels good, has a nice feeling back to it to where it's easy to grip onto. The phone is just very reliable, and I would recommend this phone to anybody wanting a budget phone. That don't really want a powerhouse, don't want to spend a fortune on a phone. To me, it's just a really good phone. It does have its lags, it does have its freezing at times, but what budget phone with this kind of processor does not have some form of lag? So that's just to be expected. So while the game here starts up, we will play it and see how gameplay is. So far, I'm not really seeing any kind of drop frames. And this is not a very, graphic intent. It is a graphic intense game, but it's not as, like if you, with a download like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that, which of course is a lot bigger file. But looking at the general performance here, most games that are like this, a little bit lower graphic intense, is going to play just fine in my opinion. So let's go ahead and go on back home. We'll play one more game. We'll play Dead Trigger and see how this game here does play, because it is a little more graphic intense in my opinion. And so we'll let this here load up and we will see how this game works. Let me know what y'all guys think about longer reviews like this. And I try to keep my videos and reviews under 20 minutes at least. And sometimes, depending on what I got to say about the phone, it may run over that. Most time, I want to keep it around the 15 to 17 minute mark. So let me know in the comment section below what y'all think, and if y'all get bored with long reviews and stuff like that. So just let me know in the comment section. So we will play. Let it load up. This is a great feeling phone. I mean, this phone, I mean, they really have done a good job with the looks of this phone. It just looks awesome. It feels really good in the hand too. So we'll move along here a little bit and see how it works. Oh, he got after me. I don't think so, bud. Okay, so like I said, I had a little zombie there behind me, and I didn't see him. But moving around here, it does seem to be pretty smooth, with a few little hiccups here and there. But like I said, nothing too majorly bad to really ruin an experience of gameplay. So basically, that's all I really wanted to say about this phone. I know that it was kind of long and everything else, but some of the pros of the phone is the fact that the phone is very beautiful looking. It's very slick, very smooth, with a nice grippy back, and I mean it has good cameras and good lighting. The phone just feels fantastic. It's a beautiful phone. The way it was designed has good call quality. If the phone runs good under basic usage, of course, if you bog it down and you use it like a powerhouse, it's going to, of course, going to freeze up, lag up. That's just the way it is on these lower end budget devices. You cannot expect flagship device and flagship specs and flagship performance out of a cheap $50 phone. So keep that in mind. But call quality is good, reception is good. It does every app that I have ever used just fine. So yeah, hope this was helpful. If it was, leave me that thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Be sure to comment in the comment section below any questions or comments, and hit that subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.